How you guys doing today? So today's video, I wanted to bring up some discussion, my thoughts on who, if I were to redo all my farms about, these Galactic Legends, who I would go for first. And for you guys out there, maybe you guys are already going for one or the other. If you guys are really close to one over the other, go for that one you're the closest to. But if you're kind of starting, I guess, from scratch, or maybe they're around the same levels as of right now, this is going to probably give you some more insight on which one I would probably go for first. So this, I'm going to start us off by looking at some of the Legend kits for both Rey and Kylo. So I think, just going to say this right now, I do think that Kylo is going to be the best long-term investment for Galactic Legend out of these two currently. So I think that's a big thing. That's a big statement, I feel like. So I'm going to kind of back it up with some of my thoughts. One thing, the biggest thing here is his siphon mechanics. His siphon mechanics are kind of bonkers. So siphon, what does it mean? This unit gains 1% of a stat per stack, and the target will lose that. So you get some, the target loses some. That alone is going to be really, really insane. Especially, this is probably the other biggest thing, especially if and when I'm probably going to assume we're going to get more relic levels. This will influence that even more so he gets an insane more amount of siphon, but also more of those stats. That's insane. So that's one huge thing there. Siphon, the mastery stats, also on his leadership here. You get more mastery. All of that's going to influence as you get more relic levels. And just as of right now, this is already really dang good. So that's pretty huge. Rey's is not as good because it's more limited. You don't get as much. Siphon, and that's like the mastery parts of Kylo. Well, in Rey's, you only get stacking whenever somebody gains TM. So whenever an enemy gains bonus turn meter, they get more stacking. But that's not going to always happen. Kylo's is more laid out for you, like it's almost always going to happen. You're going to, use your siphon, you're going to get more of that stacks. You don't have to wait. It's not like dependent. It is, you can do it. It's free. It's so free. It's really free. It's free real estate. But I don't know if I really like Rey for long term because of that huge point right there. This is a bit more limited. But Rey's kit is vastly more different than Kylo's. Because of her whole, in her leadership, the damage immunity, the lifeblood's really insane. So they're totally different kits, but I think for Kylo's just alone, not only can you use Siphon to your abilities and use it for your own good to, rip apart them in their stats, and also, if you didn't know this, Siphon, it only takes away the masteries, or I think, yeah, it's the masteries. So pretty much what that means is they have to be a relics character. So most people you're going to probably fight, I would assume, are going to be Gear 13s with relics, and relics are coming with masteries. If they're not Gear 13, they don't have the relics, well, guess what? They don't have mastery. You can't really steal much from them. I could be wrong there. I probably am, but that's how I kind of read it. But let me know if I am wrong there. But the other part here to Kylo, another big part into why I like him, is because of this badass ability. So nobody as of right now has this, but I shortly will do a video with a good friend of mine that is going to unlock this ultimate, and I want to see with him on a video or a stream how it actually works out and how it will work. And I can almost guarantee you right now that this will be the thing that makes him disgusting in arenas. In, of course, the raids. I mean, you just probably saw my recent video, and of course our little video on this as well recently about Kylo pretty much soloing a raid. I already have a screenshot, and I saw a screenshot of somebody actually soloing the raid. The caveat there, though, is that Hux is kind of bugged right now, so that might not be a thing, but I'm sure it'll still be a thing once we have the ultimates out. The biggest thing here of why I do like Kylo more than Rey is because the ultimates, and with the ultimates, you don't need 100% charge like Kylo does. You actually can charge it and activate it at 60%. But that's only going to last for one turn. If you guys haven't read this yet, pretty much you get the charge by doing damage, but you get 5% more of that charge if you crit somebody. And once you activate it, this is what you get. So he's going to dispel debuffs on himself. He enters an aggressive stance. He deals an AoE to everybody. While in the stance, he is immune to damage and detriment. You cannot hit him, you cannot kill him, and his siphon is doubled. So think of this in the raid setting, right, at HSTR. Let's say that he has 500 stacks of siphon, which is actually kind of easier to get for the most part in the raids because of how long it'll take and the time in between it all. It's gonna happen. You're gonna if you hit this ultimate, guys, you're gonna get 1,000. It's really just kind of insane. It's kind of mind-boggling for the most part. And just kind of to go to the Rey side of things, you have to like I just said, you have to have this at 100% charge to even activate it. And this is going to be a little bit rougher to get to the 100% because you have to wait for everybody to get their turn. This is for your allies and your team and also the enemies, which might seem like it might happen fast, but if you think about it, it might not. And Kylo's can easily get his off, I would assume, because he only gets 60% charge, even faster than Rey's, which is going to be a scary thing, because whenever he does siphon somebody, he's going to get doubled in this stance. He can potentially just one-shot somebody. I've already seen footage of him almost putting somebody into almost dead, but I think they survived a little bit because of damage immunity, right? But in like a Kylo versus Rey circumstance, almost one-shotting like a Poe or Finn. But just imagine if he had the doubled siphon here. It's probably going to one-shot somebody. I would assume so, especially with the Relic 7 and also the siphon. So that's probably just a couple biggest things there. And then one of my last points, I'm not sure how long I've been going here. I just think that this character is so plug-and-play friendly. Yeah, he really works with like the best with the dark side allies and his leaderships. But really, he could be used anywhere. He gets the siphon. The siphon is why he is so dang good. Rey, on the other hand, you need her in the leadership, and she has to be with her whole, light side group of friends. It's just not as good. I don't think it's even close to good when you think about long-term investments. She is probably going to be a great short-term investment for, I would probably say, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 more months. If you guys are in a situation where you're able to get both unlocked in that time frame, then that's pretty good. That's okay. You don't have to worry about any of this stuff I'm talking about. But if you are going to be super far behind on your farms, and maybe you haven't even started yet, I would still go kind of, as the points I'm making here, kind of reevaluate your circumstances, kind of think of which one you want to go for. But now after reading and talking, at least me talking about some of the stuff, maybe you guys want to change your minds and go for Kylo instead, because I do think he's going to be the superior character for the Galactic Legends for a very long time, until we get some more down the line in the future. So, with that all being said, both are, this is not taking away from anything that Rey has. I think they're both extremely viable characters. But the main thing here is the ultimate, and I do think that Kylo's ultimate outshines Rey's. The siphon mechanic with Kylo and getting doubled when he's in the ultimate, I'm almost going to guarantee he's going to one-shot some of these characters in these teams, even if this is like a Galactic Legend Rey team. I'm pretty sure that will still be a thing that will happen, which is very, very scary because I have her and I don't want that to happen to me. But I'm sure there's going to be some way to, battle it out, have like maybe a little bit of a meta there. Diversity, Kylo, Rey, maybe Gas, I don't know, who else. But I think that's going to probably wrap it up for today, guys. I'll tell you what, my only reasoning I went for Rey was I wanted to help out my guild in the light side TV. And now that I'm seeing all of my, or your guys' is not mine, well, a little bit of mine for Rey, but your guys' footage of Kylo, and then the thinking behind his siphon and the ultimate once that is a thing unlocked, I can't help but make this video and just kind of explain to you why I think that he is going to be the best person between the two. He's just, what do we got? The plug and play potential, the siphon mechanics, the ultimates. He can pretty much solo a raid if you want to add that. That's like an added bonus pretty much. Guys, he's insane. This is Kylo Ren for you. He's just a boss. And you're really hard to kill him, both for the ultimates. We'll go back for last checking time. You can't kill him in this one. And for Rey's, you can't kill her either. They're a bit different. He's way more aggressive. It's an aggressive stance. She's more defensive. But it's really going to be hard to do much versus these guys once the ultimates are popped off, especially for Kylo. I can just see so many just solo Kylo teams just going off on people. It's really going to be insane. And I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any other points that you think that I might have missed out on, or I'm probably not right on, like the mastery parts with a siphon, if they can actually yoink the masteries from a non-Gear 13, maybe let me know down below. I could be a bit wrong there, but these are just my points of why I do think that Kylo's the best one to go for as of right now, and his long-term investment is going to be way far superior than Rey's as of right now. But that's going to be it. And also, before we hop off, we could potentially get even more of these First Order and light side characters, or I mean resistance characters for sure. But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, share it around, and if you are new here, please feel free to sub. Besides that, we do have Patreon and a Discord all down below in the description if you want to check out those two things. That's gonna do it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later. Peace out.